Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your April 2017 general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and welcome to any newcomers who are with us for the first time. Thank you for your patience in waiting for all the generals. The remainder of them will be out today and tomorrow, so all of them will be out by the end of tomorrow. Always a note of thank you before we begin to those of you who continue to watch and listen and follow my YouTube channel. And thank you for taking the time to write in your comments. Your support and feedback and encouragement is greatly appreciated and very much welcome. Thank you so much. And to those of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings, thank you as well. And to my regular clients, particularly in how great you guys are with the consistent feedback and how those readings continue to play out in your lives. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the little about or description button on my YouTube channel, which will give you a little more detail, and also has my email address. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. Current turnaround time for personal readings is anywhere from a few days upwards of 2 weeks, but since I do readings full-time 6 days a week, I'm usually able to get back with you quite quickly and schedule a reading almost always within 2 weeks. I do live and recorded readings from increments of time of 15 minutes up to an hour and a half, covering love and romance, compatibility readings, career work and finance, year overviews, and specific question spreads as well as channeled feedback from loved ones. Now, these are general readings, so if this is your primary sun sign and it doesn't resonate with you or resonate with you much, make sure to check your rising and your moon sign as well. They may play out a little more predictably for you because there's so many of you watching. This isn't, of course, going to mean the same thing to the same degree as everyone watching, which is exactly why we suggest you watch your rising and your moon sign videos as well, if you know them and if you can. They will also provide just additional insight and clarity into what's going on in your life over the month of April. I continue to use the Gilded Tarot by artist Cyril Marchetti, drawing the usual 8 cards for the month with an additional 9th card from the bottom of the deck, representing overall energy and advice. So enough of all that. Let's get right into this reading. This is for Aries, the fire sign of Aries for April 2017. Aries the Ram, our adventurers, the babies of the zodiac. What does the beautiful month of April have in store for Aries, the fire sign of Aries? Okay, Aries. We begin with the Knight of Wands. We begin with a bang, followed by the Six of Cups. We have the Ten of Pentacles, followed by the Four of Swords. Death or transformation, followed by the Seven of Pentacles. And the Hierophant, followed by the Ace of Swords. From the bottom of the deck, overall energy is the Ace of Cups. New love and romance for some of you, new emotional beginnings or new emotional awakenings for some of you as well. Let's start with your crowning card, Aries. So your overall energy for the month of April 2017 is the Ace of Cups, water energy here, which is the element that governs cups. And the energy of this suit manifests in our emotional landscape. It's about feelings, emotions, relationships, love, all different kinds of relationships and all different kinds of love. Aces represent the ones, they're seeds. They represent potential of something, a beautiful beginning, the start of a new path, which if nurtured and planted and taken care of, has the potential to grow into something quite beautiful and lovely. So this would be a new emotional beginning, a new emotional awakening for some of you. Some of you, this could represent new love and romance or the opportunity for new love and romance. Some of you may be meeting somebody this month. And some of you, just in a sense of your own personal self, there's an emotional awakening of some kind. I feel because there's some significant endings. I'm getting a strong retirement energy for some of you. It looks like a significant portion of your life potentially is coming to an end so that you can start like a whole new chapter of your life. Or there's a lot of reflection, contemplation energy on doing that. Is it time to close the door on this part of my life and begin something new? And it feels like it starts off with kind of a bang, a lot of speed here, or some kind of unexpected energy. We begin with the Knight of Wands, followed by the Six of Cups. So the Knight of Wands, here we have fire energy, which is the element that governs the suit of wands. Very dynamic, fiery suit, action oriented. It's also creative, manifesting, building energy. It can sometimes refer to artistic or creative endeavors and careers. Anything that's about creative energy and building and manifesting something. Knights are the bringers of the tarot. They are the deliverers. They typically represent an offer, an opportunity, something being brought to you, and they also represent the speed at which a situation can flow. And the Knight of Wands is very fast. Out of all four of the knights, he's the fastest because he's motivated by the element of fire. So the Knight of Wands could represent. And I feel like whatever this is, it's coming in not only fast, but it's unexpected as well. I feel like a lot of you are taken off guard by something or someone coming into your life. And perhaps this could have happened at the end of March for some of you too, because we're beginning with this energy. Uh, there's an offer or opportunity in front of you. It's very exciting. It feels very, very fresh and new, even though for some of you there's a connection with the past as well. Something or someone coming in from the past, moving very quickly. For some of you, this could represent that there's a window of opportunity in which to say yes or no to whatever this is. A lot of a lot of high energy, enthusiasm, passion. And I feel like for some of you, it triggers something. It makes you look at something that you've been maybe thinking about or turning around for a while in the back of your mind, but hadn't really thought seriously about acting on it. This closing off of something significant in your life so that something new can begin. Now, the Knight of Wands is paired with the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card associated with the past, reminiscence, nostalgia. It can represent travel back to the past, meaning like some of you could be traveling back to see parents where you grew up, roots of origin, family reunions. It can represent looking back at a time where you felt a lot more childlike, carefree, and happy with less of the concerns and worries today. It can also represent looking at something through rose colored glasses. Sometimes it can represent seeing something in a very naive way, perhaps not looking at it. Perhaps not looking at the entire reality of what it is as well. So, and paired with a Knight of Wands, which is very spontaneous, fast, exuberant, uh, uh, impulsive energy. There's a the cautionary advice here, Aries, because you're prone to kind of jumping ahead with things anyway. A lot of you. This energy, be kind of careful with this energy because you may run the risk of just being kind of swept up in the heat of the moment, and perhaps not seeing all the facts or reality. So kind of keep that in mind as well. So I feel like for some of you, something's coming in from the past, and I feel like it's coming in very quickly. And again, for some of you, this may have happened towards the end of March. Some of you, because your overall energy is new emotional beginnings, perhaps new love and romance, there's perhaps you meet someone from the past contacts you, or you run into someone from the past, or it could be a situation from the past as well. For some of you, this is not so much romance as it is family oriented. There could be a situation regarding family or your parents. Could even be family business or family home. Something's occurring. And it sets something off for you. It puts you in a position where if you decide to invest your energy in this, whether it's exploring a potential relationship or needing to travel back to take care of an issue or something that's come up around family or parents, there's a positive aspect of it in terms of it would mean it would mean a pretty significant change in your life or a transformation of your life as it is right now. For example, some of you, there may be the opportunity to move back home. It could be with parents, perhaps a family member or parents may need help and it requires you to move back there to help them or sort stuff out for a time. Um, for some of you for whom it's somebody showing up from the past, perhaps that you had a relationship with before, was involved with before, or just knew before, you connect again and there's instant chemistry going on, and both of you are there's a chance for love and romance here in a new relationship or a renewal of a relationship from the past. But I feel like there's movement and travel involved here too, because something that's attached to this offer or opportunity, if you explore it, if you decide to explore it or invest in it or go back home or take up residence back where you grew up or what, because the specifics of it are going to vary. There's so many of you out there. It's going to require a complete transformation of your life as you know it. For some of you, this is retirement energy as well, or you're having the opportunity perhaps to take early retirement. The specifics of what prompts it, of course, is going to vary. Love and romance, family business. Some of you may be handing off a family business. Again, if you decide to pursue this path, which looks like it has the potential for a lot of emotional happiness and peace and respite too, kind of laying something to rest for good in order to do this. Because next we have the Ten of Pentacles, followed by the Four of Swords. So the Ten of Pentacles, here we have earth energy, which is the element that governs pentacles. And this manifests often in an earthly, tangible way with things we can see and touch and feel: money, finances, property, real estate, resources, assets, job, tangible energy. Tens represent completion, the end of a cycle, coming full circle. The Ten of Pentacles represents, in a financial way, it represents a lot of financial and material prosperity and abundance, but long lasting, very stable, something that's very rooted. It can represent family money, family home, family business, family estate, something that's gives a sense of being large and encompassing, almost cradling, but something which lasts a long time. Again, some of you may be handing off the reins to a family business. Some of you could be beginning a family business or an entrepreneurial project of some kind, which would necessitate your leaving the job you're currently in. Some of you are going to be retiring, perhaps taking a timely retirement or an early retirement as well. Because again, whatever this opportunity or offer is that's coming in so quickly, that has this connection to the past or to home and to your family roots somehow, uh, it represents laying something to rest potentially, and peace and respite for you as well. The Ten of Pentacles is paired with the Four of Swords. Here we have air energy, which is the element that governs the suit of swords. It's a mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. It's all about our words and our ideas and how we communicate them, what goes on up in our heads, our outlooks, perspectives, belief systems. The Four of Swords is a card of withdrawal from conflict. It can represent needing to withdraw from conflict, but it can also represent, it often represents just being tired, worn out, exhausted. Something's taken a lot out of you, or you're just at a point where you're ready to put something down. You're ready to lay something down and be done with it. It can also represent sometimes going away for a while. It can represent sometimes incarceration or hospital stays as well. That energy is sometimes associated with the Four of Swords. And for some of you, again, whatever this is coming up in connection with the past, it could be family related, uh, perhaps parents being ill, or again just needing some help. You could be deciding what to do with a family home, estate, or business, but it's about laying something to rest. and needing to, because you've put a lot into this. A lot has gone into whatever this is, and for a lot of you, there's this contemplation, reflection energy on whether or not to say, okay, now's the time for me to be done with this, close it off and move into this new. There's an opportunity for something new, a new beginning. I feel like there is perhaps some of you, there may be a reluctance and a resistance to starting down on this path, to closing the book on this chapter of your life, whether it's to do with your family or perhaps a career path or work. I feel like there's a lot of energy for a lot of you spent in looking at what you've gotten out of all this time and attention and effort that you've put into this. Because again, to end it, to say, okay, I'm done. I'm going to take this. I'm going to explore this new offer, this new opportunity. I feel like you're very attached to the old path as well. So we have death or transformation, as I like to call it, because the word death kind of makes some people clench up, paired with the Seven of Pentacles. So death is a major arcana card. It represents the clearing away of ground, the complete clearing out of something, something coming to an end, so that something new can begin. Or it represents a complete transformation of something that's already there, something that needs to transform and turn into something else. But it often represents the significant ending of something, or the ending of something significant in your life, be it a career path. Perhaps being alone. And again, for some of you, it's as concrete as it's business matters, family business, or dealing with the nuts and bolts of family home or family estate. Some of you, again, I'm getting this travel movement opportunity here. So some of you are going to be travel. You with this opportunity, I feel for some of you includes moving, but there has to be a pretty significant ending in order for this to happen. And there's a lot of reflection, contemplation, energy. Is it going to be worth it? That's what the Seven of Pentacles represents. It's harvest time. She's contemplating what the harvest is, all the energy, time, and effort she's invested in it. Did she get back what she wanted? Sometimes there's a sense that the harvest has been good, and sometimes there's a sense that it hasn't paid back exactly what you put into it, particularly with career paths. There's just a sense of reflection, contemplation. Is it worth continuing? Is it worth investing my time in? For some of you, this is going to be in saying goodbye to something. Is this new beginning, this new opportunity you have, is it really going to pay off for you? Because in order for you to explore this, you have to definitively close the chapter on something significant in your life. Now, at or towards the end of April 2017, we have the Hierophant paired with the Ace of Swords. And I feel like the energy of this together is all about the Ace of Swords and the Hierophant. The energy of these two cards together are about consolidating your plans and your efforts and really kind of focusing your will and your intention on choosing a path and putting everything that you have into it. Because I feel, Aries, that this is whatever this opportunity represents for you specifically. And I'm getting like 9 or 10 different storylines in my head. So hopefully it's not too confusing. It feels like a pretty momentous, life-changing, decision. The opportunity looks really good. It looks like it has the possibility and potential to make you very happy, whether it's within a personal relationship or just retiring or moving back home or moving into your family home or something to do with a family business or estate of some kind. Um, but it feels like it's very momentous, but that in order for you to fully explore the the whole potential of what it is, there needs to be a pretty significant ending. And this combination of the Hierophant and the Ace of Swords is about making a decision definitively and committing to that 100%, consolidating what you want, your ideas, your plans, and focusing yourself full force into that. The Hierophant's a card of convention and tradition, walking the prescribed path. It can represent organized religions, institutions. In relationships, it can represent taking a relationship to a deeper, more committed level. And that's what I feel like this new path would require, nothing less than a full commitment from you. The Hierophant sometimes comes up for marriage and engagements too. In a relationship, it would represent going to the next level, whatever that means for you, because it varies per couple. But it's about commitment. It's about saying, okay, this is what I want, this is my plan, and just really wholeheartedly devoting yourself to that. It's paired with the Ace of Swords, which the Ace of Swords comes in and it cuts, it illuminates and clarifies the complete reality of something. It cuts away the extraneous fantasy and illusion. Uh, it exposes something for exactly what it is, and it is considered a card of success too. Um, because it provides answers and truth and a clear path. So I feel like Aries, I'm not really getting much of a sense of a percentage of you saying yes to this and a percentage of you saying no. It feels like a lot of April is spent kind of thinking about this. It feels like something comes in very quickly. Whatever this is, it comes in quickly at the end of March or the beginning of April. Something from the past, a person from the past, or something which has to do with your family, relatives, parents, or roots of origin. Um, Again, the specifics are going to vary per person. I feel like there's a lot of time spent thinking about it, and I feel like there should be, because it feels like there is some fear to closing something out. But it looks like at the end of the month, I think that the advice is that you make a decision one way or the other and just commit yourself wholeheartedly, whether it's to stay on your current path or step out of your comfort zone and take a risk and actually explore this new path, this new relationship, this move. Because I feel like for a lot of you, there's a physical move or relocation involved in this new path, this new beginning, a major changes. So make sure you do take your time and don't rush head first into this without weighing out all the pros and cons and looking at everything, because it looks like in the beginning there's a lot of fast-paced emotion and and kind of lovely but chaotic energy going on. So make sure that doesn't propel you into making a decision that later on may not have turned out to be the best one for you. So Aries, that pretty much wraps up your April 2017 general reading. I hope you have enjoyed it, or at least that it hasn't, as I say, confused you too much, because again, I've got so many different storylines of what this could be. And it just happens that way sometimes. I hope it provides you with some insight and clarity. Definitely the advice here is to take your time and think about this and about how you want to do it if you make the decision to move forward as well. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the April 2017 mid-month readings. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, just click on that little about or description button on my YouTube channel's homepage. You can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks. And until then, Aries, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.